Welcome, everybody. How are we? Happy Friday. I hope everybody is well. I wanted to welcome you onto my weekly live stream. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. And every Friday, I go live to do channeled messages and readings and to spend time connecting with all of you, answering questions. We also talk a lot about spiritual development, spiritual practice, developing one's intuition, and being able to really all around integrate your spirituality into your daily life. This is like a big part of the work I do. I am a mentor and a teacher, so I spend a lot of time working with students and clients to helping them really connect in with their intuition, as well as working with their guides, ancestors, as well as healing. So we're going to get started with the live stream. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to just put your name right here in the chat, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from. Also, if you are in the US, I wanted to say I hope that you are enjoying your holidays so far. Not everybody celebrates the holidays, so I honor that, and especially me, because I definitely relate to more earth-based spiritual practices. So in general, I tend to lean in that direction. But I do love spending time with loved ones and family. So I'm also going to be streaming as well on TikTok. So if you are joining me from there, welcome. I'm super excited if you're coming in. I'm going to just go ahead and get a few things ready here as well. So welcome. All right, let's go ahead and get it going, and we are going to get started. So now I kind of have a regular thing I do every single Friday, and that is that I have a sort of different readings I plug into, and it's really meant to help the collective with their spiritual growth, development, and also connect in with the guides and loved ones that surround us. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. So if you're joining from TikTok, please feel free to say hello. I'm just going to go ahead and get one thing going here. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. Let me know how you're doing, and we will get started. So let me just kind of get this going for all of us. And we will begin our wonderful Friday evening together. So let's just get it started. All right. And if anybody has any questions, please let me know. I'm so excited to be here. Now, I know a lot of people are out of town this weekend or doing a variety of different things. Welcome in, guys. Hello, hello. Please welcome into the live. We're just kind of getting things started. If you are new, again, welcome. My name is Carey. I am a medium and a mentor, and I am every Friday night, as well as a few other times during the week, I do go live on both TikTok and also the Tube of You on both places, at both places. And I do readings, but I also really do a lot of education around helping you develop your connection with your own intuition as well as your spiritual practices. And there's a lot to do with that. So feel free to say hello. Tonight, we are going to be doing some yes, we're going to be doing some group channel messages, but we're also going to be doing readings. Thank you, Jules, for the gift. I appreciate you. So if you're joining from TikTok, if you guys want to do me a favor, once we get that number to 5,000, that's when I'm going to be going into the readings. First, we're going to start with a collective message, and then we're going to go in. We're going to be doing free readings tonight for everybody who's participating. And what does participating look like? Well, that means that we are engaging in the chat. We are sharing the live, tapping the screen. And also, if you're joining me on the Tube of You, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're following me and sharing the live. That's a really helpful way of kind of getting things out there and getting things started. So as I said, every Friday I go live, and we do different types of readings. And so I do like to get a lot of feedback from the people who come into the live stream, so I can find out sort of what's happening right now in your on your path. What are you challenged with? What are you working on? Are you maybe doing some meditation? Are you doing any healing work? Are you working on your intuitive abilities? Hi, Lexi, and things of that nature. So if you guys want to do me a favor, once you join, if you're here on TikTok, if you guys could just do the daily heart me, that really helps me a lot. I also have a gift goal over here, which is these cute little Fest Pops. If you guys could help me with that. And then we're going to get started. Thank you for joining my fan club. I appreciate you guys. If you want to keep tapping the screen, thank you so much, Brianna. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. And as we're getting started, so I said, first, we're going to do a collective message, and then we are going to move into doing some readings for everybody. So I'm super excited. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to put a comment and say, I love readings, or anything of the like. If you've had readings before, feel free to share with that. Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Lauren. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, good. I'm going to be, after this weekend, I'm going to be putting out a lot more information about it. I'm very excited. Hi, Haley. How are you? Nice to see you. And if you guys are also, I want to let you know, I'm also streaming on the Tube of You, and also on the Book of Face, which I, unfortunately, on the Book of Face, you can't I can't see your comments. I haven't yet figured out how to override that. So it's so good to see you guys. I'm so excited. We are going to be doing some free questions, but it'll be a little different than what we normally do here, because I'm going to be doing it based on yes, you can ask a question, but I'm also going to be tapping into the Akashic Records, which is a big part of the work I do. So we'll talk more about that as well. And if you have any questions about either getting a reading and things like that. Oh, thank you, Haley. That's so kind of you. I appreciate that. Hi, Raven. Hi, Haley. So Stephanie is saying, I really need this collective. Things have been beyond tough lately. Oh, no. I don't know why everything is going so wrong. Okay. Well, I have to let you know, I'm so happy you're here, Stephanie, and I'm so happy all you guys are joining. So if you're new, please feel free to say, I'm new in the chat, and let me know how things have been going. It has been kind of a tough. The astrology has been very difficult, and a lot of things are very intense right now. So it's totally understandable. And you blame Mercury retrograde. Well, you that's a big thing to understand. And definitely understand. Yes. So there's a combination of spirit-led readings, which I'm going to be starting with, which are collective readings. You're absolutely right. And then also we're going to be doing some free questions. And then if you want to get a little bit more of an in-depth reading here, you can either send one of my gift goals here at the top, or you can ask about that. And it's the same for those there as well. So just if you're joining me, welcome in again. My name is Carey Koss. I am a medium and a mentor. And every Friday I do, hello, Michael. I live stream. In fact, I do it several times a week, if I'm honest. So one thing, if we can do this, so once we get to 5,000 likes, everybody, and if you guys could just tap the screen and make sure if you're joining, if you could do the daily heart me, that really helps me a lot if you're on TikTok. And if you're coming from the Tube of You, welcome in. I'm so excited. We're going to get started with the readings in just a few minutes. We already are sort of making some good progress as far as we on TikTok, I like to get to a certain amount of likes there. So then we get started with our questions. But make sure if you're new that you're just letting me know, how was your Thanksgiving? It's tough for a lot of people. I think now there's a very intense energy anyway. So that's one of the reasons I like coming on regularly, in order to encourage people and to be able to give as much clarity and validation as possible. So I will be doing free little mini questions. So let's make sure to keep tapping the screen, sharing the live if we can. That would be amazing. And then once we get to 5,000, we will start with some of these free questions. Thank you to whoever's really tapping the screen. Also, if you guys join, make sure you grab your daily heart me. That really helps tremendously. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about your brother. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's devastating. I'm so sorry. A lot of whiskey was involved, Michael. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. I wouldn't be doing that when I'm drinking, but we'll definitely get started. So every Friday night, the first thing I do once we get started with our readings, and we were at a certain point, the collective readings that I do in particular, what I do is a little bit different. So it might be something new. So let me know in the comments, who of you likes collective readings. If you guys could put a comment in the chat, both from the tube of you and on TikTok. If you guys like collective readings, let me know. Now, not everybody resonates with collective readings, and that's totally fine. And sometimes they're not meant for each person. But what I know, I love collective readings too. Because what I want to explain to you a little while we're getting our numbers up, how collective readings work in my estimation. So really what we're doing is the medium or the psychic is tapping into an energy that is present, with the intention being whoever is going to hear it. And so when that happens, often what you're tapping into are themes or intuitive messages, and that could be from their guides, but also their higher self and their ancestors. So often collectives hoping it resonates. Yes, exactly. Oh, thank you, Linda. That's so kind. Yes, I love doing collective readings. So my intention now, not everyone's collective reading is the same. That's for sure. Everybody does it differently. But and here what we're doing is I'm really tapping into what's for your highest good, what you need to hear. And so it's kind of like listening to inspired writing or poetry, things like that. If those things move you, they can move a lot of people. So that's how I look at it. So we're almost at 5,000 likes right here. Thanks you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And if you guys, when you're joining, once we get to 5,000, we're going to be starting on we're going to do a collective reading for everybody. We're going to see which goddess is around us. Hello / we. But make sure you're following me, tapping the screen. And it's really helpful to me doing these free readings. If you guys can make sure to grab your daily heart me if you can. Hi, Travel Bug. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. And then also, if you guys could help me with my gift goal, I have a gift goal right here. Those are all things that help me tremendously sort of get the ball rolling on my live stream. And so it's sort of like tap the screen, share the live. That helps me a lot. So we're going to get started in a second. This week, I'm not going to be doing the zodiac readings. I think what I'll do is I will record my zodiac readings and I will upload it by Sunday, maybe Monday, and then you can come back and watch it on the tube of you. Okay, everybody. And if you guys could do me a favor, just grab, we're at 5,000. We got it to it. Okay, so everybody in the chat, if you guys could do me a favor, if you can just put in your favorite, put in your emoji that you feel best expresses how you feel in this moment. And that's both from the tube of you and from TikTok. So if you guys can put in what emoji or emojis really are representative of how you feel in this moment. Raven, smiley face. Oh, Emma, hi. I'm good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. Girly girl has her hands in the prayer. Lauren has a little bit of a sleepy head. I love that. I'm also saying if you guys have any over there too, Lexi's got a smile. Elle has, I love the stars. And that is amazing. We have a cup of coffee. Oh, we have dog footprints and a heart. I love that. Jana has a kitty cat. I love it. Okay, then we have some really good ones going over here. Ooh, we've got a frog, a ladybug. We've got the crystal ball and a fairy over here. I love it. Okay, who's excited for this factor? So here's how we're going to start these readings, everybody. You got a Christmas tree. Now, Sloshwe, did you decorate your Christmas tree today? I'm going to get my Christmas tree up. I think we're going to get it Sunday. Linda has a beautiful heart. I think that's what it is. Okay. So here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to first do a collective reading. So while I'm doing this collective reading, I love for you guys to just participate. Let me know if it resonates today and yesterday, right? Good for you. I want to see an image of that Christmas tree. I want to see that. So feel free if you ever want to comment. You can't do it during the live stream, but if you ever comment with a picture of your on one of my posts and show me a picture of your Christmas tree if you want to. Not everybody likes doing that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tap into the energy. I'm going to say, what do we need to know right now for this coming week? That's how we're going to do it tonight. It's going to be a little bit different than my regular Friday nights. I'm kind of playing around with different formatting. Okay. So we're going to see, maybe we have a goddess or a guide who's coming forward for all of us. And then what is the channeled message? Okay, everybody. So While I'm doing this, make sure you grab your daily heart me. Make sure you guys, if you guys can help me with my gift goal, it's a lovely little gift goal. It's right here and it helps me kind of, it's worth 1 point. It's just 1 coin. So easy to get. Let's help me get to 20, please. And keep tapping the screen. Okay. Let me see what our message is for this week going forward. Okay, so the first thing I'm really hearing, this is very interesting. Thank you, Raven. The first thing I'm really hearing is pay attention to the signs, and there's going to be signs you're going to be receiving that are connected to animals. Okay, so I want you guys to this week. Oh my God. I just want to say there is the scarab beetle. And I just thought about Emma showing me that beetle that she has. It's a ladybug, same ring. So I pulled out my animal deck beforehand. So I want you, this used to be something that in the days of old that they would look for signs with their animals. So I am hearing that. I also feel like I'm going to say this, the Archangel Ariel. So I've been starting to work with her more often, and she is a lover of animals, but also of the earth. And she's really been coming forward more for me in my spiritual practice. So if you haven't, a lot of people know the archangels as being Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, but they don't know that there are more archangels than those popular ones. There are a multitude of archangels. And Archangel Ariel is is really more known as a female energy. Okay. So she's very connected to the earth and animals and plants. And she also helps a great deal with bringing your things into creation. Okay. So I really feel her coming in very strongly. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look what we got. There's our sign. The turkey spirit came in. Okay. That's no accident. All right. So the turkey spirit says, give gratitude and grace. Hi, April. So if you guys want to keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, making your comments, I'm also getting, and she's also bringing me to the bee spirit. You know, the bee spirit is an ancient symbol that was also really brought to us from many of the old mystery schools in Egypt. In fact, the goddess Isis she is also very much connected with bees, as well as the many of these divine feminine energies, entities, and spirits. So the bee is really coming in for us as well. And we know about bees, right? Bees share pollination. They help to sweeten things. They make things a little better. And today's Venus Day, which is Friday. So that does bring us a lot of resilience and a lot of self-love and embodiment. That's what it feels a lot like. We're also pulling moth spirit here, right? And moth spirit is saying to let go, to surrender. So many of us, and this is what I want to talk about, because I know we have a couple of people who are really struggling right now, and it's very understandable that what we're going through on our planet, we all know. If you can say you're on your spiritual path, please put a comment. If you recognize you're on your spiritual path, please put a comment in the chat just so we can know, we can accept, we can honor you. We can give you as much support as possible, and to let you know we are with you. This is a safe space. This is a community space. So I want to let you know that we are wrapping our arms around you in this community. And so part of it is, so Becca's saying, I am. Yep. Exactly. So many of us are on our spiritual path. We might be at different places. That doesn't really matter, but going places where you feel safe and you feel supported is a really important thing right now, because many of us are going through very difficult experiences. I believe I'm very much on the path and have been for a few years. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. So here we go. There's our moth spirit. I know, Raven. Absolutely. And I love that. I love that so much. And you're a holistic animal healer. I love this. Amazing, girly girl. I love that so much. And see, there's another thing. Remember, we said our sign this week is coming from animals. It's giving me the chills. Okay. So we want to look at both our pets, but also notice if you're getting any signs from animals, that spirit connecting with you. Okay. So surrendering and letting go, that's easier said than done. Okay, everybody. So that really does look a lot like understanding we don't have animal whisperer. Exactly, Becca. I love that. We don't have to have all the answers. We do not have to know what's happening at every moment on our journey. Sometimes things are incredibly cloudy, unclear. Hi, Jen. Sometimes things are incredibly cloudy and unclear and put us in a position of feeling vulnerable and stressed and also comparing ourselves to others. What I really want to say to all of you is that lean into your spirituality, but also your spirit guides, your spirit team, your higher self. I also want to say, make sure that you're reaching out to your spirit guides. And even if you can't hear them, know that they are there, right? It takes time to develop these abilities, and that's totally fine. You get answers on how to heal from them, from the divine. I love that. So we definitely have that. The other symbol that I want to say came through to me today is the symbol of the rose. Okay. How many of you relate to your spiritual path through the symbolism of the rose? If you do, can you please put a comment in the chat? And remember, I was telling all of you that the archangel that came through in this reading for tonight for our guide for this week, because every week we have a new guide that comes through for us. That's what we do in this live stream. That's the consciousness, is that we ask one of the, often it's a goddess. Often it can also be some of the gods. It can also be nature spirits that come forth. It can be one of the archangels. In this case, we have one of the archangels, and it's Archangel Ariel. If you are new, by the way, welcome. My name is Carey. I am a medium and a mentor. And every week I go live streaming several times to do readings and healings. And also I do connect with star guys. I do connect with star beings. That's another thing. I do that. And Shannon says, I see roses a lot in my mind and other places. That's amazing. That is amazing. So yes, I do connect with star beings. I have a lot to say about that. And if you, a lot to say about that. So that's another thing. We can definitely have that as a topic of conversation during tonight's live. Because yes, there are absolutely, we know this. You wouldn't have heard it from me for the first time, but definitely there are star beings. We have star family often. Some of us work with them more consciously than others. Oh, okay. I love that Jen said, I see hearts everywhere lately, every time I'm in nature. Yes. And that is one of my symbols is hearts. And also what we say. I love that. I'm seeing that a lot too. Yes. And so this is for tonight, everybody, what we're doing, by the way, we are doing a spirit-led collective reading, but then I'm going to be doing readings for everybody, as many as I can do. Some of the things, if you are interested in that, once we get started, you should be following me. You should be subscribing to me if you are on the tube of you. Okay. Make sure you're interacting, tapping the screen, sharing the live, and commenting. That's a big part of how you will be noticed. If you want to guarantee a reading, please let me know. And then I'll give you some indications, especially if you're on the tube of you. I have different ways of doing it. And if you are on TikTok, you can also look at the readings here that I have in my gift guide. If you guys could do me a favor too, make sure that you're going and grabbing your daily heart me. That helps me so much. Continue to do these free readings here for everybody. And that helps get me out on the FYP. And also keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. I do have a little gift goal here if you guys could help me with that. It is their version of a rose. You send on Cash App. Okay, great, Lauren. I'll put you on the top of the list. Thank you so much. I'll put you on there. Okay, great. Now, Lauren, are you okay to hang out for a little while? Do you have a little bit of time, or are you in a hurry? What I'm going to do. Thank you, Sloshwe. I'm going to do a little bit more with the collective. Okay, good. I'd love to do some free readings if I can first. Okay, great. If you guys also have questions about, I am an educator, so I train people to develop their abilities, both for personal use as well as professionally. So if you're interested in developing your psychic abilities, your healing, as well as doing spirit work, then please feel free to reach out. Okay, so we talked about roses. Roses are a big symbol for the sacred divine, for the divine feminine. And that has a lot to do with one's spiritual path and going into the rose or the the journey of the rose is also many of us are coming into resonance and remembering past lives. This could be even doing things such as being a priestess, being a healer, being a witch. Um, Following the path of the rose is just a sacred feminine journey. It doesn't have anything to do with gender, but it's been known. If you can relate to that, feel free to put a comment in the chat. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull some cards from the Sacred Rose. And this is what I want to say. This is a validation of that because we got brothers of the rose. So it's not just for women or to anyone who has any, doesn't matter what gender you identify with. It's mainly the path of the heart and spirituality on a deeper level. Brothers of the Rose, the sacred masculine, honor, protection, and support. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. So we have that coming into resonance. That's beautiful validation. You see roses a lot in your mind and other places. I love that so much. Okay, the Rose of Venus. Now, today is Venus Day. So it's Friday, so it's Venus Day. It's a really good day to work on self-love, self-acceptance, okay? The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that. Okay, everybody. So I just want to say in closing, again, we're working with Archangel Ariel. So I want all you guys to spend time this week when you can look up Archangel Ariel and notice some of her properties and what she's connected to. She's a very special, she's an archangel, and she is connected a lot in with the earth and preserving the earth, and also with manifestation and animals and beauty. So she's wonderful to work with if you're working on any of those things. Okay, so here's what we're going to do for these readings. And I already have somebody on my list. If you want to get on the list, you can go ahead and do one of these gifts, okay? But we're going to do about 25 minutes of free questions. So here's what I want to say about questions, okay, everybody? I'll tell you a little bit about how I read. So I'm a very in-depth reader, and even though it may not be a very long reading, it's a very in-depth reading. So I'm going to look very deeply into your energy or the energy of the situation, and I'm going to look at it. It's often going to be a very multi-dimensional answer, okay? Because I'm always looking at what's for your highest good. Often what I'm connecting in with is your guides, your ancestors, and your higher self. So the question you might ask, I might have us change the wording slightly to bring forth the most clarity for you. Does that make sense to everybody in the chat? Let me know if you could with your comments. If you do want to receive a reading, you just need to be following me, tapping the screen, sharing the live. If you're on TikTok or if you're on the tube, please be sure you're subscribing. And if you can, I'm so glad. Thank you. So here's what I want to say. Feel free to put your questions in the chat. Usually with relationship questions, I'm usually going to be reformatting them. Understand, I know a lot of people on this app don't do that, but that's how I read because, again, we're looking at your what's for your highest good. So I'm going to go between TikTok and Tube of You, okay? Exactly. So I'm going to be sharing it. So if you can also follow me on here, because we have just about the same number of people on TikTok that we have on YouTube right now. So that's nice. Okay. So feel free to put your questions in. I'll do as many as I can. I'm going to be tapping in. Are you on? Okay. So Randy's saying, am I on the right path with this new online business? I think I don't know how much tarot I'm going to use. The main thing I'm hearing for you is to make sure that you wait upon, yes, I think you're on the right path, Randy. I want to say, but there'll be some parts of your business where you're going to want to wait and make sure that what you're developing or bringing forth as far as your business offer, that it really resonates, not just with you, but with your potential audience. Okay. So that's going to take a little bit of development and growth and maturing. Feel free to reach out anytime. Not to pitch myself, but I am pitching myself. I'm a spiritual business mentor. So I help people develop spiritual businesses. But in general, or if you're in alignment, that's, if you consider yourself on your spiritual path, that's where I come in. So I feel like, yes, you are on the right path, but some things you're going to need to wait on releasing, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, everybody. So YouTube, feel free to go ahead and that. So /we is saying, spirit guides, do I meditate to reach them? So /we, what I want to say to you is, I want you to do the most simplistic, easy thing for you to connect with your spirit guides. My advice when I'm first starting to work with students is just to say, have a daily practice where you just spend a few minutes opening up your energy and asking them and saying hello to them and asking them to connect with you and asking them to bring you maybe in a relatable sensation that you could understand. So if you ask them to come in close, you'll probably get sensations, you'll feel them, sense them. And then you can ask them just simple questions. You don't want to ask them too complicated at first because you might tend to get in your head a little bit. The other thing you can do is to start channeling with them, get a nice, I would say, pad of paper that's just for them, and open up your energy and just say, with my guides who are here for my highest good, I ask that you come through and give me messages, insight, and information. And then make that a regular practice. That's going to really help doing it. Meditation helps to clear your mind, your energy, and your consciousness so that you have more spaciousness to be able to sense them. You do have to develop those abilities, and it helps it. I hope that makes sense. I need to be put on my spiritual path because I have had 2 psychics, 1 medium, 1 clairaudient, 2 res say I'm supposed to live a great life. Oh, that's a lot of people telling you you're supposed to live a great life. And so I would say getting to know yourself, Randy, is probably the best place to start. Getting to know your own energy, getting to know what's most important to you, things like that. And understanding your own energy field is going to be very helpful, I think, for you. All right, everybody who is over here on, hi, Bella, everybody who's over here on YouTube, don't be shy. Feel free to ask a question. And we will come back over here too. So yes. Okay, Linda's asking, what's the best way to raise your vibration? Let me look at your energy. So Linda, I want to say this changes regularly. Remember, it's not always the same thing. Okay. And the main thing I'm feeling for you is to do things that are playful, that are fun. I am actually getting an image of you dancing, putting on your favorite music and moving your body. So I just get this sense of lower body movement. Absolutely, Trace. I'm happy to. Lower body movement is a big thing for you. I would even think almost like putting on music that's like belly dancing music and like moving your body around. Your lower chakras need they're a little bit condensed. And so I think it would be really helpful to like move your lower body and just shifting it. That's what I'm seeing, because those lower chakras can kind of make us get a little bit off center. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, Trace is saying, could you repeat what I said about channeling? Yes, yes, yes. So let me explain. Channeling is something that we all do all the time. We just don't realize we're doing it. Good. We just don't realize we're doing it. That's the interesting thing about it. Okay. So what you want to do, anything you do consistently or regularly is going to help you develop your connection with your spirit guides. Okay. The more time we put in, or the more consistency we put in, I should say, the better. So what you want to do is ask your guides to come in close to you, right? And ask them to give you a sensation that you would be able to understand, to let you know it's them and that they're connecting with you. The next thing you want to do is then you want to ask your guides, the ones that are here for your highest good, to be able to give you a message. Okay. And don't worry so much about identifying them at first. What we really want to do is we want to just do a consistent practice. You'll get to know who's who over time. And then you want to ask them to share a message with you. And what can happen then is this is called automatic writing or inspired writing. You want to get a nice little notebook, and then you want to get a pen that feels good in your hand, and then just wait to see what comes through you. I like to start scribbling at first and just let it flow through you. It may feel a little awkward at first, but that's the best way to get started. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay. Let me go back here to say, okay. Just a second. Travel bug. I've asked my loved ones to come into my dreams and have asked my guides to help me remember the dream. This hasn't really worked over the years. Any advice over this? Yes. Okay. So here's the thing about dreaming. and why I don't suggest it as being the means in which you connect with loved ones. It's because not all of us have very clear dreams. Unfortunately, I wish I could say the same. Sometimes I have clear dreams and I see my loved ones, but often, and I'm a psychic medium, often I do not get those kinds of validating messages. Often I'm a little bit like, was that what I got? I don't know. So I would rather you ask for them to come next to you when you're awake. And then the other thing, it's kind of like what my friend Jen said here. So here's an example of how you can call in your loved one and ask them to give you signs. My sister's in the spirit world. I asked my sister specifically to send me something in nature that was a heart. And then, oh, if you guys could do me a favor on TikTok, can you guys also help me just get to my gift goal? I've got to do I've got only 8. Let's get to 20 if we can, and make sure you're grabbing your daily heartbeats. Thank you. Keep tapping the screen, putting in your emojis. I'll be right with you in a second. So I would ask your your loved ones to send you those kinds of signs during the day. So, for example, if you're very fond of like certain kind of chocolate, okay, as an example, or a certain kind of dessert, or a certain kind of song or music, I would like you to ask one of them to send you that specifically. Okay, I would much rather do that. Dreams are really difficult. I don't think it's consistent for most people. I hope that helps. Okay, let me go back here. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the hearts. And also, if you guys could help me with this gift goal, it would be such a pleasure if you can help me with that gift goal, and I can keep doing these free reads. And make sure you're following me, please, if you're on the TikTok. Okay, I'm going. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Trace. Thank you, Lauren. Yay. Okay, let me go in. Amy, I retired after 30 years in ATC. Wow, Amy, congratulations. At 50, will I find something that will fulfill giving back but make money? Okay, Amy, absolutely, you absolutely will. But the one thing, Amy, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate you. The only thing, Amy, I would really say to you is make sure that you're not just waiting for something to happen. Make sure that you get to know yourself and what makes you feel passionate in any given moment. And I would say probably that's a journey you're going to need to go on of discovery and things it'll help you access maybe parts of yourself that have been bottled up or been put away. And if you ever want more insight, feel free to reach out for a reading. That's a very good question. You absolutely will. You're so young. You have so much life ahead of you. You absolutely will. I'm so excited that you are able to retire. That's amazing. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to this side. Here I am. You're welcome, Amy. Good luck, and feel free to reach out. Thank you, guys. I'm just 4 away from my goal of the Fest Pop. If you guys could keep tapping the screen. Also, grab your daily heart me. That helps me so much. Thank you. Okay, next we have Bianca. Thank you, guys are asking great questions. I love the great questions. Okay. All right, Bianca, what are the highest and best ways for me to make money from home? Oh, Bianca, this is thanks, you guys. Yay. I appreciate you. Got to my goal. Thank you. All right. I'll set another one in. That is such a good thing. And that's a big question. So Bianca, this is what I'm hearing from your spirit guides. Okay. I really feel, and there's never been, this is the first thing I'm hearing. There's never been a better time to make money from home. We know this. There's never been a better time to do it because there's innumerable ways to do it. The first question I'm getting for you is, do you feel like, would you consider yourself to be a creative person? Okay. Because I'm getting a sense of that you enjoy creativity, but you don't consider yourself a creative person. And I'm going to tell you a couple things. I feel like one of the ways it depends on a couple of different things. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, good. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. I think you need to look into different things of possibly these things. Okay. I want you to look into this. Okay. This is channeling. I want you to look in being a Pinterest account manager. That's the first thing. And I also want you to look at possibly creating websites, and it sounds techy. Don't worry about it. Stick with me, for women who are creating online businesses. I feel like you're a person who you work quickly, you're imaginative, and I feel like those three things. Now, if you want more information, I can send you some links of people I know that teach you to do that stuff, and you can learn to do it a lot yourself. But I feel like you need to do something playful, artistic, and where you feel independent. Wow, that was a lot of information. I love it. Yes, and you're on your way, girl. You're on your way. I love that. I'm all about everybody working from home. I love it. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so I'm going to move into, if anybody else who wants to get a reading, if you guys could just continue just helping. Oh, yes, I'm so excited. You're so welcome. I'm going to add another gift goal. If you guys can help me with these little gift goals, it really helps tremendously. So let me just put another one up here. I have to do a little one. Let's find up. Let's do a little goal. All right, friends. Oh my God, a snow globe. How much are these? Oh my God, they're so cute. The snow globe. A holiday tater tot. I can't even with that. These are hilarious. Okay, the snow globes are kind of a big one. All right, let's just do the heart me's. I think, no, the teddies are cute. Let's do the teddies. Okay. I'm going to do the teddies. The teddies are worth 30. So if you guys can help me with the teddies. Ooh, I just felt a little spirit. I felt a little spirit come in. I might have to do some mediumship tonight. I just felt a little spirit. Okay. I've had a spirit like around me today. And I'm like, are you wanting to have a conversation with someone today? Okay. Stick with me. We may be doing some mediumship tonight. This is going to be fun. Okay. So if you guys can do me a favor, if you are joining me, please feel free to keep tapping the screen. Make sure you grab your daily heart me. We are doing free little mini readings, but I'm also going to start doing I've had a couple people already do some paid readings with me. So if you want to do those are really more based on these gift goals there. So feel free, but to keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. And if everybody could do me a favor right now, I want you to put in your favorite thing about the month of December. And usually we can find one thing that is our favorite thing about December. So if you could do me a favor, it could be one word, it can be an emoji, it can be whatever. What's your favorite thing about the month of December? Okay. Leading to new beginnings, Lauren said. I love that. That's very true. 2026 is going to be a powerful year in astrology, you guys. Big, big year. Snow. Oh my God. I love that too. I love that. I can't wait to see your pictures of snow. I know. I kind of hope we get snow here. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We don't always get snow. So it's a bit of a crapshoot, you know. All right, guys, let me know what your favorite things are. If you could let me know. Also, I've got this little wee gift goal. So I might even give away a little mini reading. The bees get to rest for all their hard work for the year. I love that. Oh my God, that's right. They do. You're definitely my nature lover. I love that. Family. That's amazing. I love it. Perfect. Those are good things. Yes, I love hanging out at home and being cozy. That's one of my favorite things. And I really love where I live. I love the Pacific Northwest in the winter. It's cold, it's cozy. It's just yummy. Lights. I like lights too. I do too. Okay. I'm going to get started now on my reading with Lauren, and you guys keep hanging out and stick with me because we're going to get back into our spirit-led readings. We might do a little mediumship tonight. I'm not sure what we're going to do. It's a little bit, I felt like I wanted to be more spontaneous tonight with my readings because usually I do this format, which is great, but I also wanted spirit to kind of come in. So we might do some mediumship tonight. So stick with me. Okay, Lauren, what are we going to be working on for you tonight, my love? I'm so excited. Also, Lauren, the liminal light, Michael, absolutely. I also want to say, guys, in February, I have a sign up list now. If you're a person who's wanting to move into learning to do intuitive psychic work, and you want to be able to also do energy healing, work in the Akashic Records, and build a business, I am starting a certification program in February to do that. It's a 6-month program, and you have access to me for a year. You want to see if you have star guides. Oh my God. Okay, so that's a great question. Let me tap in and see what I'm getting, Lauren. Okay. And I'll see. So everybody stick with me. And I would say right away, I am sort of, I'm already getting that it's a yes. But then I'm also going to explain to you a little bit about it. So everybody stick with me. I'm going to close my eyes and we're going to get started on Lauren's reading. Just a second. So I'm going to give you exactly what they're giving me now, Lauren. And if you ever want to go deeper into this, feel free to reach out to me. This will be something we'll be working on in my program because you're going to be learning how to do the Akashic Records. Oh, Kali, yes, my love. Stick with me. I'll definitely come back to you. I'm going to do a reading now, but stick with you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for subscribing. So I want to tell you something, Lauren. I definitely so rather than me like tell you now what star system they're from or something, that's a little bit of a simplification for me. So we'll get more into that later. Do you have a star family? Yes, you absolutely do. Have you incarnated on other star systems before you came into this incarnation? Absolutely, you have. Okay, I really want to say that. I'm also hearing the words like galactic family. Okay, but I'm going to give you a lot of information about how they're coming through to you because I think that's the most important and most relatable thing. They're really coming through to help you work on your third chakra. I know, it's amazing. You're working a lot on your third chakra, which is your power center in your physical body. Okay. That's your third chakra is your really where your resonance, your energy vibrates from. And it feels to me like what they're doing a lot of in-depth healing work with you. This is how I know because this is how I work with them too. And a lot of my students work with them and many of us. If you connect to star beings, please say yes in the chat, by the way. Many people do. Not everybody does. Many people are more connected to like nature spirits or earth spirits, and that's totally fine, right? But I do want to say specifically, I think that is part of your path. And they're not necessarily giving me a like we'll call it a race. That I think many of them, to be honest with you, don't like being categorized in those ways. They want to mainly connect with you based upon how they work with you. That's what my experience has been. Okay. They also are connecting you a lot into the collective, Lauren. So they're helping you understand how to tap into collective energy. That's what I'm hearing. And to be able to download information and to be able to do what I like to say is transformational work. This will proceed as you start working with me in the program. This will be part of your path anyway. Okay. Yeah. And Michael says, I think so. So this is going to be part of your path anyway, Lauren, that you're going to notice and feel is when you start to expand your consciousness. You'll say, wow, that didn't necessarily feel like a thought that came from me. And that's because you are expanding your energy into that collective field. So you're getting more downloads, you're getting more insights, you're getting more knowing. So that is a big part of when you start aligning with your star family is when you start really expanding your consciousness in this way. And it's a very kind of a common theme of when people start having those experiences with star beings. So you're going to feel them in your energy field is what I'm getting. I'm also feeling like they're going to help you enjoy your life more, being much more in alignment with this moment. So you can, when you're in alignment with this moment, you're much more connected and resilient and able to open up and then hold space for other people. And this is one of the things, if you could think about dimensional beings or people or beings of higher consciousness, what we have to understand is that that is just a big part of the collective consciousness. We're all really connected there, but just some of us at different times, much more than others. And it's like having, great grandparents in the ether or in the higher dimensions, right? It's all part of that. And we can pull from that information. I also am going to tell you, I do feel like they're going to help you eventually in your meditations. You're going to have a way you're going to be able to connect with them. That's what I'm getting. And they're really coming to me on the right side. Like I'm really connecting on with the right side of my consciousness when I'm in that energy with them. That's what they're showing me. So just being aware of that in your own energy field. You can also start writing down your impressions. And when you connect with them or their energy, you want to say, okay, for my highest good, I'm open to seeing who my star family is. But make sure to say for my highest and greatest good. And they call themselves your ancestors. So they're part of your ancestral line, believe it or not. And it's mainly because when we go to the space of spirit, there is no time or space on a spiritual level, especially in the Akashic Records. So that means you're connected to all that is. So I have the same experience. I have star beings that I don't connect with them all the time, but sometimes, and I know they're a part of me. Hello, Sunny O. Thanks for being here. And if you guys can help me, keep tapping the screen. Make sure that you grab your daily heart me's, guys. Once we get to 20,000 likes, we're going to probably give away a mini reading. So if you guys want to keep tapping the screen, we're going to go back to questions in a minute. Okay. Hey, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You're here, girl. You made it. You made it. Welcome in, everybody. And if you guys are new, welcome. So my name is Carey Koss. I'll tell you really quickly as I'm doing this reading. I'm in the middle of a reading right now. I'm a psychic medium and a mentor. I work a lot with people to develop their abilities, both in their intuition and psychic abilities, their mediumship, being able to talk and connect with the spirit world, but also work in the Akashic Records. That's a big part of the work I do. So it's very multidimensional. Ooh, Lee, oh my God. Hello, my sweetie. How are you? Thank you for the teddy. I love it. Lee with the teddy. Thank you so much. Yay. Love the teddy. Yes. If you guys want to do me a favor, if you're currently on my TikTok live, and if you're out there on the FYP, come on in. I'm going to start doing free readings soon. Come on in, join the live. Also, if you're on the tube of you and you're out there and you're wondering what's going on, come on in the live. We're going to be doing more free questions in a minute, but you got to come in for that. Welcome, welcome. I love you. Oh, I love you, buddy. So now, Lauren, does that make sense to you? Did you resonate with that? And especially if you're in my program, you will be connecting with extraterrestrials. I will tell you that. That's one of the things. You're going to be I know we don't bite that much. Exactly. Yes. And so if you have any questions, please let me know about that. I'm happy to answer them. I'm so glad. And you will be getting you more information as time goes on. Thank you so much for supporting my live and supporting this being here. Thanks you guys for being here. If you guys could also just taking a look at my gift goal, that's amazing. Thank you, Lee, so much for your gift. And if you are new to my chat, just say hello. Tell me where you're coming from. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. I'm definitely, when we started our live tonight, we tapped in and we got an Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Lee, for the Go Popular. I appreciate you. We did Archangel Ariel. She is an archangel who is a divine feminine angel. She's very connected in with the earth. She's connected with animals. She helps us a lot with manifesting. She's a very joyful angel. So I love working with her, and she came forth today. She was the one who came forth. We've been getting a lot of different gods, goddesses, angels, nature spirits, things like that. So we get all kinds of things. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to my question. So if you're interested in being read, you have to be following me, liking the live, sharing the live. Also, if you guys could do me a favor, help me with my daily gift goal and also grabbing those daily heart me's. That really helps a lot. Okay, here we go. So Kali says, my name's Angel. That's Angel. Hello. First time subber. So glad you're here. Can I please ask you anything you can see in my Akashic field that's significant for my highest path? I love that you're asking these questions. Hi, Jamie. These are my favorite questions. I feel like I'm really getting to my people who are on their spiritual path. Okay. So Kali, one thing I want to say, or Angel, sorry. One thing I want to say to you is I feel like you're very clairvoyant, and I don't think thank you, Jamie Lynn. I don't think you always see that you're clairvoyant. I do feel like you are getting a lot of colors and just starting to get more images, I really want to say take your time with it. That's what they're suggesting. So don't try and rush the process, but you can definitely, hi there, Ash. You can do different things to help open up your clairvoyance. That's what they're saying. I think that's an important part of what you're going through. And I think mainly it's learning to integrate your spirituality into your daily life and making it real and authentic. Hi, Amanda. So making it real and authentic is going to be an important part of something that I'm hearing for you. Okay. If that makes sense. So I hope that helps you. I'm excited for you. I love that you're saying, am I on the right path? Anytime when we say, am I on the right path, or what's for my highest good, your guides, your angels, your loved ones are able to help you at a much greater level. Thank you, Amanda, for joining my fan club. If you guys can do the daily heart me, that helps me so much. We are doing free readings here, but you need to be following me, tapping the screen, sharing the live. And if you are on the tube of you need to also be subscribing and participating. If you guys also make sure that if you're in the chat, if you can like and tap the screen for the live there would really help me. You can do that again in many ways. Yay, Kali. Okay, good. I keep calling you Kali. Kali Ma, thank you so much for joining my fan club, guys. Also, make sure that you take a look at becoming a super sub, because the super subs are going to start having their own live once a week, and we're going to do all kinds of cool stuff together, which I'm going to make up depending on how people feel. I might do guided journeys, I might do mediumship, I might do things. So once you join, you can definitely go and check out being a super sub. Thank you so much, Jen, for the teddy bear. So yes, if you are following me, if you are tapping the screen, sharing the live, yes, you can start asking your questions. Now, understand, sometimes with relationship questions, I reformat. Bye, girly girl. You are amazing. Please come back and see me. I'm so happy to know you. Thank you for being such an inspiration. I'm going to follow you back. And I love that you're an animal communicator. That makes me so happy. So shout out to you. Thank you so much. So yes, you can definitely start asking questions. Just make sure that you're following me, subscribing, and all those good things. But you guys can ask questions. Just if you guys can also make sure you grab the daily heart me, that's amazing. Okay, I've got another question over here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Coco. Okay, hi there, Carey. I was hoping I can check in with you about this connection I have with someone named Robert. Of course, it's very complex, and I could use help. I love your question. That is like the best thing ever. Okay. Yeah, you definitely check out Lee, because Lee is a big animal communicator too. Wonderful person. Okay. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Maria, it's so good to meet you. Okay. Let me sort of see what I'm getting from the energy of this connection. Hang on a second. So the first thing I'm seeing, which makes it this way, is that there's definitely, Maria, a lot of strings of energy connected between the two of you. I do feel like there's remnants of this in past lives. So there's almost like a remnants of there's a remnants of a memory with him. Okay. Now I tell people different things when it comes to this sort of thing. When you have a connection with someone, you feel like you can't quite place it, or it has aspects of things that you may not be comfortable with, right? Or that it may feel as though it makes you feel as though you're not quite as centered as you want. What I want you to do is just to validate, then almost more than likely, this is a past life connection. And I can tell that that's what I'm getting with you in this case. Okay. Now, if you're not, what I want you to know is sometimes past lives don't translate into today. That happens all the time. Thank you, Coco. Yeah, you guys hang out. I'll get to your questions in a second. I'm going between here and the tube of you. So stay tuned. Keep tapping the screen. So bang on. I was almost going to ask about our past lives. Yes. So you definitely have strings of a little bit of an attachment there. Now, I'd have to go into a deeper reading if you want. Oh, Jen Clark for the galaxy. I got you, Jen. You're going to be next. Thank you, my love. Yes. If you guys want a specific question, like my friend Jen, you want me to read you, go boom. The galaxy is really helpful. It's been feeling itchy. Love it. Yeah. So I would definitely say, take a look at the energy cords between the two of you. If you want a little deeper reading, feel free to like pop on my list. I would say there's definitely cords of energy. Then now it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely causing some back and forth between the two of you. Okay. Hope that helps. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the galaxies. That AD, I'm not sure. Let me get AD61F3. Hang on. You're going to be after Jen. So 61F3. If you guys on YouTube are interested in wanting to get also on the list to get more of an in-depth reading, I'll let you know how to do that one sec. Okay, Jen, what's your question, Mama? I'm so excited. Okay, I got you for the galaxy. Thank you, Lovey. I appreciate you. And Jamie Lynn, I saw you guys. So stick with me. Let me do these first and then I'll get to your questions, guys. Okay. My girl Jen, let me know what you're thinking. And then we'll do AD61F3 for the galaxy. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you guys. I know those past life connections. I did a reading with someone 2 weeks ago. It was on a public platform, so it wasn't that where this coworker of someone, it was so intense, and she's married, and this woman was like, I don't even like this person, but I just feel all this energy. I went, yeah, it's like a past life, almost like a possessive energy, right? Jen, whenever you're ready, feel free to drop your question in there. So I would say, just because you have a connection and attraction to someone, it doesn't mean it's for your highest good. And sometimes you need to do some clearing. That's maybe I'm not seeing. Okay, Jen, I got you, baby. Let me get the first part of your question, honey. Hang on. Let me go up. I don't think I saw it, Jen. Oh, shit. Can you ask the first part of your question, Jen? Let me look and then I'll look again. Okay, mama? I'm so sorry. I hate when they do that to me. So we're going to get to Jen's question. She sent the galaxy. So we're going to do questions. If you guys want to get a question, boom, put it in there, little mini one. That's what we want to go for. Thank you guys for being here. So excited. Make sure you're following me, tapping the screen share. And then if you guys don't know me, my name is Carey. I'm a psychic medium and a mentor. I specialize in also working in the Akashic Records, mediumship, past life work, and also train people to do this professionally and also personally. So feel free. Jen, I'm so sorry. I know you're going to say it again, and we all know how this app can be sometimes. Is there anything I'm not seeing that? Okay, got it. Okay, let me see that. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. I feel like when I'm looking at your second chakra, I think one thing that, okay, they're going to pull it all out. I think one thing after connecting with your beautiful relationship, there's almost like a feeling of, hang on, puzzle piece. There's almost like a feeling, Jen, of how do I integrate my beautiful life with my partner in with my business and other things that are going on. And it's really more of an energetic flow, and it's coming from your second chakra, and it's very much connected to your creative energy. It's like you're in home, you're in nesting mode, you're in creating it and all those sorts of things. And now the container of your space is now saying, okay, how can I blend these things in my life? And because I feel like on a subconscious level, you're almost pushing away things, and it's not because of anything drastic. It's just because you're in like your love nest. And so you're like, how can I incorporate this? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing they're saying, shift that energy in the second chakra, and maybe even like have a visualization where however you want. I definitely nesting element. I want to enjoy this and marry the two. I know. And I think that's what we're talking about. I want you to go outside and do like almost like a shamanic journey, because I know that's part of a big connection for you. And imagine both parts marrying together like this. That's what I'm sure. I'm getting the chills down my legs, and that you don't have to separate them, and that you can have it flow, and then also allowing your nervous system to know it's safe for you now. Nothing is going to change the beauty of your relationship. That's really what I'm getting. You have such a beautiful relationship, and you can also now inhabit more space in it. I think it's just a little bit of a container issue within your energy. Does that make sense? I love that so much for you, though. I mean, I'm like, more is more and more abundance. I'll be right with you guys to get to your questions. Thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you guys are also leaving thumbs up on this live stream if you could, and comment as many times as you can. That helps my page so much. Thank you. Gosh, that's a big part. That the safe now, he's super supportive, but I want to spend more time with him. I know. I just think it's a matter of connecting the two, right? It's connecting the two parts. Things like that, and being able to, and literally clairvoyantly seeing both parts. That's what I'm getting. It's just like balancing out the two in like a beautiful stream. I know, and I'm glad. And for once, you don't have to have that same level of hustle. I also feel like it's also being selective with what you want to actually bring in. That's what I'm hearing. So I think that's so beautiful, Jen. I can see it happening. I feel like we're going to have a more of a shift after the holidays. And I think you understand that too. It feels to me like more second to third week of January, less hustle anytime. Listen, I'm here. Honor your nervous system. You have been hustling for years. Now is a time for you to just say, look, let me see how easy it can be. Let me see how good it can be. I love that for you. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love. I love you so much. Okay. If you too want to get your own little that's more of you see, that was like a mini reading, a little more meat on the bone. You can send me either the Galaxy, or if you want to go a little deeper, you can send the Akashic Records. It's up to you. Okay. I'm going to go back to one question. Then we're going to go to AD61F3. I literally had that today. I said, I'm going to make this much money, and boom, I had it. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Jen. You're a master manifester. I think I'd like to have this much money. That's what it's about. Okay, here we go. Do you have any insight about my daughter, Kiana, please? What do you see in our energy? Okay, or hers. I don't know what is true or what we want on a soul level. Okay, let me check in that. Love you so much. That's a great question. I love these questions. Let me get a quick impression here, okay, about you and your daughter. Thank you also for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Okay, let me see what I'm getting. I want to say, and this is just see if this resonates. I feel like there are some energies with her of feeling hurt. That's what I'm picking up on. And that she tends to be a very deep feeler, your daughter. And so sometimes it feels like sometimes she gets wounded, but I don't think this is all that has to do with you. I just feel like she internalizes things sometimes. And when you feel that, because you're so connected, when you feel that shift with her, okay, I want you just imagine you're pulling your energy back and allowing her to process things. That's going to put you guys in a much better equilibrium together on a soul level. So you're in a great place. You have a deep love and care for each other, but I just feel like she's going through some stuff to do with her emotions and needs a little bit more time to process things, if that makes sense. So it's not easy. I have a daughter. We're very interconnected. And sometimes I'm like, this is just a little too much. That's true. I teeter totter because sometimes that calls me in. But then when I take space, I feel she feels hurt too. I know it's like a dance, isn't it? You remember you're doing a dance. Sabrina with the Galaxy. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You will be after Michael. Stick with you. I'm going to go next to one of my paid. Michael, stick with me. I hope that makes sense, my love. Thank you for your questions and thank you for being a subscriber. Okay, let me go to AD61F3. AD61F3, what is your question, my love? You guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And just really quickly, okay, great. I got you. I love the earning blocks with the connection. Fantastic. AD61F3, can you let me know, are you guys currently in a relationship? What's your status with the relationship? As far as, are you in a relationship or are you not? That much I do like to know. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for coming. Does that make sense? If you could just let me know the status, and then I'll go into looking at the energy of the relationship. And then after this, I have Sabrina, and then I'll go back to my freebies. Okay. Thanks for being here. If you guys can make sure to tap the screen, share the live, and make sure you grab your daily heart me. That helps me so much. I appreciate you. I have the sweaty teddy. It was a situationship. Okay. That's okay. We haven't spoken for years, just really simple hi, back and forth. Okay, let me just take a look, because I know when you have I totally get the thing about a connection with someone when there's like a soul connection, like what is the deal? Okay. So here's what I'm picking up on from this connection currently. I feel like the energy between you is what I call sticky. And that means that often with people, when we have connections with, we have like almost interconnections that come back in alignment, right? And sometimes that is a matter of clearing out things so that we can learn to love ourselves a little bit more deeply. Sometimes it's just exactly like that. And sometimes that's the main thing they serve. This is a night for second chakra energy. I feel like this actually has a lot to do with you right now. Learning to filter through, this is what I'm getting from your guides, learning to filter through psychic information that comes into your space. working through energy so that you can understand and differentiate different types of energy. I know that is so boring and not very, very, like, ooh, romantic, but when we have many different stimuli that come into our that come into our awareness based upon connections we've had in the past. And here's a little telltale sign that I say to my spirit guides, and I teach my students this. If this person is meant to be in my life for the highest good, if this person is meant to be in my life for the highest good, make it very clear to me that, and where there's no complications. Otherwise, I'm not interested. So I want you to do that, because that's going to help you get either and really clear him out of your space, which is very important anyway, even if you're in a relationship, and then get you moving forward more towards someone I think who's a better match for you. So they do come up in our awareness, and sometimes it's just so that we can clear out our chakras. I know it's not very exciting, but that's kind of what happens. And so I feel like I don't necessarily get a huge connection here that feels like imminent, but I think that it's also a really good chance for you to like be in your space and love yourself on a deeper level. That's really what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense to you. Because we want to be with the people we're meant to be with, right? We want to be with the ones who are going to nurture us, support us, and believe in us. Yes, because I keep thinking of him and randomly. And sometimes that's just it. There are soul connections, and it's like there's little bits of information that come in and go, ooh, I feel something. And we do think of each other psychically sometimes. It doesn't necessarily lead to anything in each instance, but it does kind of give us a little bit of momentum. So, and I always say that if this person is meant to be in my life for the highest good, make it very clear to me. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Like, I really say that to my guides. But mind you, I've been married now for 27 years. But when I was starting to go through my dating process, I hear through friends he told them I'm pretty and stuff. So it's just confusing. So here's what you say then. He may think that. And if he's meant to be, here's that why that thing we just said is so powerful, because you said, okay, to my guides, if this person is meant to be in my life for my highest good, make it very clear to me without any games, and make it so. That's what you need to say. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Because if they're not coming through and they're not showing that they're serious, it doesn't matter how great they think we are if they're not showing up with the action. And so does that make sense? But I get it. And listen, if you stick with me, I will get you on the track of meeting like a soul-based relationship. Chrissy. Okay. So thank you very much. And I hope that makes sense. Thank you for getting that reading with me. Okay. Everybody, welcome in. If you're just joining me, let me just say hello. My name is Carey Koss. I'm a medium and a mentor, Akashic Records teacher. Tonight we're doing a combination of free questions. When you guys are asking like the best questions, the people who come into my live stream, we got some smart people up in here. We have people on their path, people wanting to manifest what they want, not wasting time with things that are not for their highest good. I'm so proud of. That's what I told Spirit. I said, take me into the room where the people that I help are on their paths and wanting their highest good. Okay, that's who I serve. And I'm so excited you're here. I'm a medium, a mentor. So yes, I help people develop their abilities for themselves, but also professionally. I've been a trained psychic medium for 35 years. I teach classes. I have a school. I train people, but I'm also a coach and I teach people how to build their businesses. Okay, so stay tuned. If you're interested in a deeper training, I have a 6-month certification that starts in February. It's going to be called the Soulless certification. Soulless is a Gaelic word for the light. So you can just sign up for the list. If you look at my picture, you can find it. Okay, I'm getting to my readings. We're going to be starting with free questions in a minute again, but here's what you need to do. If you guys can help me get to my gift goal, I'm going to be giving away a little mini reading, first of all. Next, I'm moving to Sabrina's question because she paid for the Galaxy for a mini reading. If you want to get on the list, you're more than welcome. And also make sure, let's get that number to 30,000. We're only at 18,800. And also feel free to do that little gift. That help means a lot. Make sure you're following, liking, sharing the live. Okay. And if you guys could each put an emoji which says this, what is your favorite thing about the month of December? And you can do that with an emoji. Okay. Sabrina, I am here for you. I am ready for your question. I am so excited. Again, welcome here. If you guys are new, I'm so excited. I'm also streaming on the Tube of You, and I have subscribers over here. So feel free. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Santa Claus, Saint Nikolaus. My husband's German, so we say sometimes Saint Nikolaus, which is Saint Nikolaus is a very svelte, skinny Saint Nick. He is not like our Santa. Some people do, winter solstice. Some people do Yule. Some people don't have anything to do with Christmas. Some people are Jewish. Oh, Lauren, I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that. Cool. So cool. So Sabrina, when you're ready, my dear, I'm ready to do your reading. Thank you for sending the galaxy. Also, if you guys want to keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, once we get up to 30,000, we'll start questions again. Freebies. Thank you for being here. So excited. Okay. Lilies, I'm working on forgiveness and Christ consciousness and understanding. Oh, you sent your question. Okay. Did you send your question up a bit? I'm so sorry. I don't see it. I'm so sorry. Sometimes they filter the questions. Okay. You're wondering about your career. Okay. Fantastic. Now, can you give me a little bit more clarity on what you're wondering about? Like what's your question so we can have a deep understanding of that if we can. How will money be coming through? Okay, so here's what I want to say. What's the best way in your career? What do we need to know about you opening up to having money coming in? Okay, because a lot of the times what I'm working on is I'm working on an energy level too. And that means sometimes in our energetics, we are blocking money from coming in. And so we want to make sure we're anchoring that in. Okay, let me take a look at your energy, Sabrina, and we'll see what we're getting. So one of the things I'm feeling, and let me know if this resonates for you, and this is, again, we're looking at the energetics, okay? I feel like which is very common, you have a little bit of a, this is how, because I read energy. So when I'm looking at your energy field, I feel as though you have a part of you that almost holds your breath until money comes in. And so, and I feel a sense of waiting and anticipation. Now, that's understandable because of how we deal with money in Western culture, right? What I think would be really important for you is to look at money and have a relationship with money and a frequency with money. Okay. So it's going to get a little woo woo for a minute. So stick with me. And hopefully then we'll get into some practical part of it too. So I want you to feel and imagine what it feels like to have money coming in easily. And I want you to also thank the money for coming in. Okay. And just make it as natural feeling as possible. The other thing is, I want you to start planting the seeds with both your spirit guides and your higher self and your ancestors, because I'm really feeling like your ancestors are trying to help you bring money in. So when I feel like not, because I work for myself and I've had moments along my journey when it's been quite difficult and challenging. And I've had to say to my ancestors, please help me when it comes to my finances. Make sure that we have money easily coming in, and that, and I know, I thought you did. And help me feel grounded and let me understand it. And then also, I really feel like remembering you're not on your own doing this work. You have other energies coming towards you, other positive energies. And the energy of money, it has its own energy. Okay. So, and the other thing I think might be interesting for you is to think about listen to this, go there with me, having an altar for money. Okay. So an altar for money is a way that you celebrate money, and it brings in the vibration of money. Okay. And just a way that you say, I appreciate money. Money is coming in easily. Okay. I honestly feel like as you start shifting that, what will happen in your energy, you're going to get more ideas about how to network, how things can flow, money can flow towards you. how you can manifest more. But also there's a thing with connections and ways that energy can start moving. Now, if you do create a money altar, one of the things that I was trained by one of my mentors to do and to make sure to do is to make sure that you make sure it has wood on it. Don't put metal on a money altar. So like I have a metal tray that I use. That's one thing, is that money likes the elements, and it's actually goes way back in Asian culture that you use wood. So a wooden tray, something like that. But I kind of feel like yours is more about money, the vibration of money, and also not being so tied into hard work. So saying to yourself, show me how easy it can be having money come into me. That's what I'm hearing. Now, that's a real departure probably from what you might be used to, but I want you to come back to me in a month and let me know how that feels. Okay. Because that's really what's coming in for me. And then just learning about the law, like the magic of money and how that works. This is something that I am teaching a workshop in February on money and manifestation and magic and how to work with it. You've been working on strengthening this vibration. I'm so happy. Keep going with what you're doing, and also make sure you clear out your first chakra, because I feel like it's coming up around your first chakra. So money has been coming in, but it's been like one-offs. I know. And so what you're going to want to ask your ancestors for is consistent money and continuous money coming in. So now, let me know what kind of work you do too. You don't have to tell me right now, but feel free. I feel like you need to ask for things that are consistent, ways of revenue coming in, and you want to create those as well. I think that's going to be very helpful. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Digital marketing and trying to be a TikTok affiliate. Great. Okay, good. Okay, fantastic. So, and then also I want you to ask your ancestors and your guides if there's something specific what is a good consistent way of having money coming in. Try that as well. And so like regular income coming in. And that might be something that's transitional for a while, but it's definitely something I think you can work on for sure. So welcome in, guys. Good to see you. We are doing complimentary readings today, but if you want a more in-depth reading like what you just saw, you can send one of these on the gift goal. Also, if you guys can do me a favor when you join, welcome. Thank you, Trace. I appreciate you. I see you. Keep tapping the screen share in the live. You guys could also make sure, let's get that number to 30,000 there. I'm going to give away a reading at 30,000, a little more, and we're going to do free questions. I'm going to go back to the tube of you and see what we got going. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm working on forgiveness and Christ consciousness understanding, but also empowerment. That's amazing. Amazing. But also empowerment and discernment. Good for you. So I'm not quite sure what's the most authentic stance with my dad, Ed, to take. Okay, I get you. That's a big one. That's a big one, right? So what I want you to do is, when it comes to your dad, and this is what I'm getting, so do what feels right for you. Thank you, Trace. I see you. What I'm getting for you that I think would be very helpful for you is to, first of all, remember forgiveness is for you. It's not for him. Okay. Forgiveness, Christ consciousness. It doesn't mean you're laying down and allowing things to happen to you. Quite the opposite. What it means is that you're moving through and allowing, first of all, giving yourself space to have righteous anger. And then if you move back into having a deeper sense of acceptance, understand that it's for you. It's not quite so much for your dad. Now, here's the thing about like Christ consciousness or higher self energy. Okay. And this is one of the things I love, because I teach people how to work in the Akashic Records. And working in the Akashic Records is one of the best ways for us to be able to reach more into our higher self-consciousness, right? Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm so sorry. I looked over you. I got you. I'll be back in a minute for you. So what it feels like is that if you go into the Akashic Records, you're able to spend more time with higher consciousness. So those feelings you're having, those the parts of you that feel as though they're fragmented, you can actually do energy and healing work on that in the Akashic Records. Now, I have on my Tube of You channel, I have a guided meditation to go into the Akashic Records. So that's what I'm feeling. Now, when it comes to your dad, don't try and shift your energy for him. Do it for yourself. So spending time with that, I think that's going to be the way to go. Hello, Annabelle. Hello, everybody. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay, guys. Thank you, everybody who is in. I'm going between the two, so give me 1 second. Thank you so much. If you guys can do me a favor, let's try and get that number to 30,000. And then I'm going to definitely give away a little reading. And let's also try and help me with my second gift goal. And that is right there, those teddy bears. I'm glad that makes sense. All right, guys. And if you want to get more of a guaranteed reading, you can go right here to my the daily gifts I have. Okay, so Michael's asking the question: how many intelligences, if any, are actually guiding me, and what are they in essence? That is a big question, Michael. That's a question for a paid reading, son. So I'm going to say I'll give you the brief version of that. So in this moment, I feel like I'm seeing three. Okay. I'm seeing three primary guides that are working with you, three. And I feel, are some of them your regular guides? I feel like one or two of them are, but there's definitely, it feels a lot to me like they're helping you work on some consistent themes so you can integrate all of that high level information that you're getting. They're helping you work on patience. They're helping you work on joy. They're helping you work on understanding. That's really what I'm getting. But three primary guides. That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you, Michael. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So if you guys want to do me a favor here, I'm going to change this really quick. I think I'm going to move this into 1 sec, guys. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Again, I appreciate you. I'm going to move into doing another little gift goal here. TGIF. That is so cute. I love that. Okay. So I think we'll do the boxing gloves. And we'll change that up a little bit. Okay, guys. So we're resetting this live goal. These are boxing gloves, a little bit more in the thing of what people might be able to do. If you guys can help me with that gift goal, we get to 30,000. We give away another reading. And thanks everybody for being here, by the way, as well. If you're new, please feel free to say hello. If you guys don't know me, my name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor, and I help people specifically develop their abilities as well as their connection to spirit and the divine. Thank you, Trace. Trace, let me put your question in there. I'll get you next on my freebies. Thank you so much. You've been sending all these nice gifts, and I really appreciate that. Yes. So if you're interested in developing your abilities or you're on your spiritual path, feel free to comment below. I love seeing you guys in here. Thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate you. I appreciate the gloves. That means so much to me. And if you're new, please feel free to say hello in the chat. If you are out on the main part of the Tube of You and you're hanging out there and not coming in, come on in, get a reading, say hello. Tonight we are doing free readings. Oh, you know what? I'm not doing any mediumship tonight. I do mediumship often, KRC. That's under that category, but that's what I'm getting. Thank you, Lauren, for joining my fan club. I totally appreciate that. So feel free, come on in if you're out there on the FYP, or if you're hanging out on watching from outside on the Tube of You and you haven't jumped in, come on in, say hello. Say hello, say hello. Will my daughters and I communicate soon? Okay, Trace, let me hope so. I hope so. So what I'm hearing for you specifically is having patience. I feel like, Trace, you're going to have communication with at least one of them in February. That's what I'm getting. And I also feel like one of them has been wanting to communicate with you, but there's a little bit of trepidation there. So they're holding back. But I really send you so much love. Speaking of sending love, I keep seeing this image of you sending them like love and making it like, I call it like a pink heart, literally sending them love with pink hearts. And that's an energy, if we, and as by your intention, it hits them like a wave of something that's very pleasant. That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right, friends. Okay. Hi, Geraldine. How are you? Will I actually enjoy the new job at the med spa? Except, ooh, let me take a look. Thank you for the glove. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. If you guys are new too, if you guys could do me a favor and go ahead and help me get to 30,000. Thank you, Trace. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. And make sure you grab your daily heart me, guys. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, if you can help me get to my gift goal, that helps me so much. Okay, so Geraldine, I'm going to pull a card for you, actually. Will Geraldine enjoy her new job? Oops. Okay, no flippies. All right. Will Geraldine enjoy her new job? Let me just see what the energy is. So there's conflict here is what I'm getting. Hi, Rob. I feel like we've got a little bit of conflict because on some level, there is a bit of sadness that is connected to starting this job. And it could be, I think, things connected to the challenges you went through leading up to this. But there does seem like there is, hello, Rob. There's some very good spark of inspiration and intuition that's going to start coming together here. The sometimes when we move into we have a change or we move into a new position, a new relationship, right? Thank you, Lauren. I'll be right there. I feel like we need to give ourselves space to process what we just went through. And that's what I'm getting for you. So I hope that makes sense. So Lauren, will my daughter ever come back to me? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's such a tough thing. So I just like to say, Lauren, I'm so sorry that you're having that difficulty. And for me as a medium and a psychic, that's such a big thing to say, will she ever? I'm going to look at the current energy of this is what I'm being drawn to, if I may, and I'll let you know. So I do feel like there is going to be some communication, and I don't feel like it's going to be until probably spring of next year. That's what I'm getting. And I think that just making room for that in your heart and in your space. And it's almost like, and how difficult is that? I can't imagine. But I think opening up your heart and just trying to as much let go of expectations and bring an invitation in from spirit to have her reconnect with you is a great place to start. So I hope that makes sense. I'm so sorry. That is so painful. And I can tell. I'm so sorry. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay. All right. So, and if you guys want to do me a favor, if you guys can help me just get myself to 30,000 likes, that would be amazing. Once we get there, I'm going to give away one little mini reading. And also that goes for if you are out there on the tube of you and you're watching me from the homepage, you're like, oh, she seems nice. I think I'll come in. Come on in, say hello, or just hang out. And you don't have to say hello at all. You can just come hang out in the energy. And also let me know if you would like me to look at a question for you. We're doing little mini psychic reading. Lena, oh my God. Thank you so much for the galaxy, my love. I appreciate you. Lena, you can go ahead and put your question in there. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for being here. You guys keep tapping the screen, making sure you also grab your daily heart me, please. That would be amazing. And Lena, go ahead and ask me your question, my love. Let's see what we have. Thanks for being here, everybody. Hope you're all well. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. If you guys can do me a favor, if you're in the chat, if you're here, please. Yeah, Lena, go ahead and feel free to ask away about what question you want me to take a look at. I'm happy to answer that question for you. Lena sent just a galaxy, and that's how she's getting her question answered. Thanks for being here, friends. Feel that I'm surrounded by, ooh, I have any messages. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Lena, a couple things. So I am a psychic medium. I'm an evidential medium. So usually I tend, when I do a mediumship reading, it's like a bigger reading, and I'm not doing those tonight, but I can definitely see what messages are coming through. I hope that's satisfies. Does that sound good to you? Because I'm used to giving like a lot of evidence about loved ones and details and things like that, but I can definitely see what messages are coming in, if that makes sense. It won't be as much as, okay, good. I think you understand. Okay, definitely. So I'm probably going to pick up on a loved one. So these technically, guys, my mediumship readings are here, but we're going to give Lena a little message. So I do feel a grandmother coming through. This is your mother's mother. And I'm also feeling like something right around this right below the right shoulder on the arm. I feel like this could have been connected in with her. Almost like that I have strain or stress on my right side. This could also be connected to you. I want to mention that. The other thing is that she's saying to me right now that some of your family bonds might be kind of strained right now. And would you understand there being a strain with a male member of your family at the moment? And it just feels like this is requiring you to have a tremendous amount of patience. Okay, good. Okay, Lena. Oh, Lena, I hate that for you because you're such a sweetie and you're such a caring person. And you're such a wonderful person. I'm just getting that. Your grandmother's very proud of you. But I also feel like sometimes these people disappoint you and let you down. And that because you care so much. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So one thing I'm hearing is that, okay, good. Yeah, I'm on. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm so sorry. I hate that for you. And I also feel like something recently was pretty upsetting to you, Miss Lena. Like, you put so much into things, making things nice for people, trying to go out of your way to make things happen, stitch the people together, the family, the friends. But so I just feel like a sense of being heartbroken and disappointed. So one of the things that your grandmother is saying to me, she wants you to do a getaway. I know. She wants you to do a getaway, like maybe go away for the weekend, spend some time just doing something you enjoy. I also feel like, do you knit or crochet? Because she's showing me you doing something with like your hands. And that gives you a sense of peace, crafting, creating, sewing, doing something with your hands. You need to. Okay. So I feel like your grandmother's mentioning that, and she's really wanting you to like do something where you can get away and enjoy yourself, maybe with some girlfriends you'd like to. Okay, good. So something that feels like it's crafty, something that it feels like it's totally something you would do, but you would enjoy. And I think it's just a matter of that's the time of your life right now when it's just super important for you to invest in yourself. That's really what I'm getting. She's also showing me her hands. This feels like she would have had either arthritis or issues with her hands later in life. Does that make sense to you with her? Yes. Okay. Because my grandma had hands like that too. My grandma's hands, I'm seeing my grandma's hands, and her fingers kind of were a little bit bent. But she was like amazing at making pies. She was amazing at, creating things. But it feels like my hands are getting stiff. So here's the final message from your grandma. I feel like she's saying she wants you to start doing these things for yourself now before you don't have so much pliability with your hands, is what she's giving me. Oh, she's so sweet. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, Lena. Thank you so much. And thanks to your grandma. That was a lovely little message. Yes. Let me know what you decide on. Okay. Let me know what you decide on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lena. Appreciate you. Welcome in. So if you are new, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lena, for the roses. And if you guys want to do me a favor, when you come on to the live, once I get to 30,000, I said I'd be giving away. Hi, Alyssa. So good to see you. Yes. So make sure you guys know, I want to let you know, get your daily heart me in here. It also helps your points when you're on TikTok as well. Helps me a lot. I also have a little daily gift goal, which is just How was your Thanksgiving? If you guys could help me reach my gift goal, that helps me a lot on the app, helps me get out on the FYP, things like that. So thank you so much for being here. And if you are out there on coming to me from the tube of you, please feel free to say hello. Join me. Welcome. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate you. Yay. Getting to my goals, getting to my goals. Love, love, love it. Thank you so much. The gift goals help tremendously. They love the gift goals here on the Tiki Talkie. They love it. They love it. They love it. All right. Now, anyone who's still left on the tube of you, let me know if you're still here. If you guys have a question, if you are watching me from the Book of Face, I'm so sorry. I can't see comments. Somehow I have to get those linked up and I haven't quite sorted that out yet. So I apologize. Okay. Thank you so much. We have only 12 to 11 more boxing gloves to go till I reach my goal, guys. Once we do that, and then we get to 30,000, those two, I'm going to give away a little mini reading. Make sure you're following me, sharing the live, liking the live. And then also make sure if you do sign up that you check out my new super subs. Super subs is pretty cool. Super subs are going to be getting their own. We're going to be doing our own private lives. We are going to be, I'm probably going to do all kinds of things from readings to doing like spirit guide work with you, training, different spiritual development things, whatever people vote on. So it's going to be pretty great. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. Check it out. Check it out. Also, I only have 11 more to go of the boxing glove. So if you guys are able to help me with the goal, that would be amazing. 30K. I'm so excited. Okay. The only thing left to do is we need to get that to 20. It's at 9 right now. Those little boxing gloves, 10 coins each. So if you're able to do that, once we get there, then we'll give away one free reading. Okay, guys? Thanks for being there. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being there. Thank you so much, Linda. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you for being here. Yay, Alyssa. Thank you, my friend. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this. Oh, you want a message from your guardian angel? Okay, fantastic. Let me bring in one of your guides and see what I'm getting for you. Okay. So when I'm in your energy, mystical gal, mystical G, I feel like there's something they're mentioning about forgiveness, and also for waiting for results to come in. So it's almost like I feel like you have been waiting for something to materialize, for something to happen. And specifically, they're saying that when you put yourself in that position of why hasn't happened yet, that puts you almost a little more distance from the blessing from coming in. So forgiveness, letting go, and then also really sort of saying what you're happy for in the moment. That's what they're giving me. I hope that makes sense. Also, if you guys make sure you're signed up as a subscriber. Okay. We only have 10 more boxing gloves to go, and then we're going to give away a free reading. 10 more to go, guys. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. Alyssa with the 7. Thank you so much. So we're almost there. Then I'm going to give away a one reading. Okay, guys. And this has been an amazing live. I've really enjoyed it. If you haven't gotten your question answered yet, please feel free to put it in the chat. I'm going to be giving away one reading over here. Once I get to a certain place, let's say we got to 30. We just need to get 10 more for the boxing gloves. So if you guys want to help me with that, that would be amazing. Yeah. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to start answering questions again. Thank you for being here. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost at our gift goal. And then I'm going to give away one little mini reading on this side. Okay. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Chiquanda. I appreciate you so much. We're going to give away a minute. Alyssa for the win. Alyssa, go and put your question in the chat since you gave so many of those. I'm so appreciative. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Everybody stick with me. Okay, so all my people over here on the Tiki Talkie, if you guys can do me a favor. Exactly. You're so good. Thank you, Alyssa. Just put your first name only in the chat, and then I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to pick one person at random. This will be one question, one mini reading. Okay. Go ahead and put your first name in the chat. And then once you do that, I'm going to close my eyes and just pick someone if you want a reading. Okay. Thanks for being here. And if you guys are on the tube of you, please feel free to say hello. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Check out my other videos. Okay. Thank you so much. I see you guys. put your name in the chat and you'll be considered for a free reading. Once I get enough names in there, then we'll get started. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a wonderful night so far. I've really enjoyed it. Okay, 2 people, huh? Okay. It's one of those slow nights for me here on TikTok. TikTok, I love you. Thanks you guys also for getting me to my gift goals. I really appreciate it very much. Okay, awesome. So good. Okay, so because we have just 2 people, I'm going to give each of you guys a reading. Okay. All right. Thank you, Portia. Oh my God. So good to see you. How are you? I was just thinking about you today. All right. So let me get in here. Okay. So Stephen, I see you, Linda. So Stephen, let's start with your question. We're just going to give everybody a little reading since we're a little bit slow here. So Stephen, you can go ahead and ask your question. And then I see you, Linda. Oh, it's so good to see you. How was your Thanksgiving, Portia? Did you see I emailed you back? I know it's been busy because it's obviously holiday. So Stephen, you can put your question in the chat, my friend. Just make sure you're following me, please, guys. Sharing the live, tapping the screen. And if you guys make sure you do your daily heart me, thank you for the follow. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you went to the, I am so sorry. How are you feeling now? I'm sending you so much healing. Hi, April. Stephen, you can go and put your question in the chat and then we'll get to Lauren and those of you that are putting your name in. I got you. I am so sorry, Portia. That is just horrendous. I thought I was going to, oh my God, I can't imagine. No, I didn't see it. I'm so sorry, Stephen. Sometimes it will censor you. So you might have to put like an emoji between your parts of your question. It's so frustrating. I'm so sorry. That's what it does. It's super frustrating. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Portia. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Okay, guys, we love that. Thank you so much, Portia. Yeah, Stephen, try again. Sometimes you have to go out and come back too. I'm so sorry. It's a hassle. I am so sorry. Thank you so much, Portia. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking the live, you guys. It means a lot. Means so much to me. Hopefully, Stephen, we get your question. Crossing our fingers for you. And then we will move on to everyone else's. Hi, Marlene. How are you? Okay. Thank you for doing that, Marlene. I really appreciate you. Make sure you guys grab your points when you go up if you do your daily heart me. Let's see. I hope I get Stephen's question soon. He's being filtered. Your friends, hi. Thank you so much. Oh, Marlene, you sent me an email. I'm going to look for it now. I'm so sorry. It's been a little bit busy. I'll make sure I look for it. Thank you, Marlene. I will look for that. I'm writing myself a note right now, my friend. Yay. Thank you so much for bringing them in. Welcome in. If you guys are new, feel free to hang out. We are going to be doing free questions. I can't see Stephen's question. So Stephen, one thing, what you can do, thank you so much for joining my daily, that means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What you can do, Stephen, is go out and come back. Sometimes that really helps a lot too. In the meantime, I think what I'm going to do, Linda, feel free to put your question in there, my love, if you want. And then also Lauren, if you want to put your question in. I am doing little quick free questions, guys. Also, if you want to get on the list, you can do that too. Poor Portia. I can't even imagine. And we'll stick with you. Don't worry, Stephen. We'll eventually get to your question. I'm so sorry. TikTok does this weird thing sometimes with filtering people's comments. And if sometimes they have trigger words, which are really silly, if that make no sense, that happen in that way. It's like nutty. Also, Alyssa, feel free to put a question in there, babes. Anything I need to hear from your guides. That's great. Okay, good. So, Portia, I see you. You'll be on the list, girl. I'm putting you down. Okay, Portia with the galaxy. Yes. Okay, let me get Miss Lynn. Let me get Miss, hang on a sec, Linda. I saw you, but Lauren, let me get you really quick. Hang on. Writing my name. Hang on. You know what I'm getting? Your guides are really sweet. They're really, I want you to, this is what I'm hearing. They're saying, they're reminding you that you are very special and that you are, that they're saying this, you are adored and they have so much love for you. And they're so, they want you to feel how special you are. It feels to me, one thing I would really recommend that you try doing, that I do sometimes with my guides, every now and then, if I need an energy adjustment, I will ask them to surround me and help me gain clarity. And I feel like that would be really helpful for you, is to ask them to come around you and bring clarity. That's really what I'm getting for you. I think they want you to feel special. Thank you so much, Marlene with the galaxy. I see you. Thanks you guys for that. I appreciate you. Galaxies help me a lot on the channel. So we're doing that. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. You'll be after Portia. I hope that makes sense, Lauren. Thank you so much. Stephen, feel free to drop your question in. So here's how we're going to go. I'm going to go to Linda, then hopefully Stephen is able to get his question. And then we're going to go to Portia and then Marlene. Okay, friends? Okay, thank you, Lauren. So ask your guides to come in, ask for them for validation guidance. And Stephen, feel free, keep putting your question. You might need to come out and come back, maybe reword your question differently, put a bunch of emojis in there. I know it's a hassle. Okay, what should I focus on for next week with my guides? Linda, that's a great question. I do feel like they're trying to prepare you for something, for a next step, for a shift. So what I do when I got you, Alyssa. What I like to do when it comes to that sort of situation, when I feel my guides are like bringing in the energy of Saturn, and Saturn is an energy of discipline and structure and change, ask them to show you, in a way that you'll understand what you should focus on. Your guides are going to show you actually how to do this even better than any person can, because they'll do it through your energy field, through your aura. And they'll put an impression upon you so you'll feel it within your body. That's what I'm getting. They're shifting your energy, especially as you're moving into Saturday, into a new perspective. That's really what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let me answer Alyssa's question. I still don't see Stephen. If anybody sees Stephen, then we'll move on to Portia and Marlene. Okay. Should you keep your head down at work? Let me look at that. Wow. Yeah. So they're saying also, this is like the time of patience. Thank you so much, Mauricia. I see you. You will be next. Thank you for the galaxy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So, Alyssa, I kind of feel like they're telling you to have patience and wait something out. They're also giving me a timeline of 2 months for something, that there won't be something necessarily that you need to shift. It will shift like after 2 months. That's what I'm getting. So just wait it out. So I'd say keeping your head down sounds about right. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Did Stephen make a comment yet? Stephen, I'm so sorry. Come back anytime. If you come back, I'll be able to see your comments. Thanks you guys for being here again. We are doing okay. Good. I know. I can imagine. Yeah. And also, I know you know this already. There's something about a concern about making a mistake in your work environment. I don't know if it's coming from you or from in general, the consciousness. That's what I'm getting. It's a very interesting energy. Okay, I'm going to be moving on now to Portia. So we have Portia, Marlene, and then Mauricia. I think I'm saying your name right. I hope so. Thanks for the galaxies, guys. Okay, first of all, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. Thank you so much for stick with me, you guys over there on TikTok. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the galaxy, Crisp Combs. I got you coming in. Okay, so I want to say thank you so much, everybody. Please feel free to go and check out my other videos. I do a lot of readings on here. I upload collective readings and channeled messages regularly, as well as educational information about your spiritual growth, you're working with your guides, your intuition, connecting to the Akashic Records, healing, building a spiritual business. All right, we'll see you in the next one, YouTube.